Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com here for ntmarkets.com with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, hope everybody had a nice long weekend. And, daily chart of the ES and what we've seen, let me tighten in one here. Since we got back inside the bands for the entirety of the day and made those matching lows at 32, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 up days in a row. That's a lot. Even for this uptrend, that's a lot. I don't think it's a bear market rally. I think we're past that point. I think when we broke through the middle band, that kind of negated that. I do think it needs to retrace. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you want to retrace here. And what I mean by that is this. If you're a bear, you want to retrace because you're tired of losing money. The problem with a lot of this retrace is it's been a short squeeze pretty much all the way up. Initially it's people that got leaning too far short down at the bottom, and they got crushed back up to the middle band. Then when we got back to the middle band and over the middle band, then you get into that trend day dynamic where you've got the weak shorts coming in, trying to short the market. Market pulls back 2 or 3 handles. Doesn't give them what they want. It reverses, starts to head higher. They get squeezed out. They cover and buy, and we make new highs. That was last week. That was all last week. And what we found last week is we started getting back into the old pattern of having a morning low that was very buyable, although very fast in most cases, and then that low gets bought and ground up for the majority of the day. I'll be very interested to see how today plays out. Is 1840 going to be the short-term, exhaustion for this move? And I emphasize short-term. 1846 half doesn't have a chance. That's not going to be the high. I am in the camp of we do much higher. But I don't think we can absent a pullback. Straight up to 1846s from here would be 11 up days in a row. Straight up from 1732 to a matching all-time high. That is a recipe for a double top. And frankly, the bulls have been smarter than that during the course of this uptrend. They haven't put themselves in those kind of positions. It's the bears that like to put themselves in the whole matching low type of position where things get ripped higher. So I'm expecting a move lower in the next, just the next couple days. I'm not expecting anything dramatic. And I expect that low to establish a very definitive lower high versus this area. And if it does that, then you can see it build the kind of fuel that's necessary to make new highs. This move here does not need to take out 1846. I don't want to hear lower high nonsense. Okay? The fact is that it's ripped completely off of 1732, and the minute it made it over middle band, this is all gravy. It did what it needed to do here when it got over middle band and closed over middle band. It doesn't need to get to new highs. It's unnecessary. The bulls have done their job and then some. So what needs to happen now is a move lower to establish a higher low versus 1732, and then the bulls can build on that. Now, if that next move up can't take out 1840, then that puts the bulls in a position where they need to prove themselves. But that's, we're a little ways away from there. So, am I calling the high? No, I'm not. We could go up 2 more days. I'm just saying this is the functionality of when it starts to come down. And the most logical place where it started to come down based on the price action the last couple of days is 1840, so we'll have to see. So if you're one of these people that's been loading the boat every 3 or 4 handles all the way up, I would highly suggest that maybe that's not the way to approach things, because you've been getting squeezed out just about every hour to 2 hours in this market, and you may want to wait for some type of confirmation that we are headed down. Unfortunately, the best confirmation that we're headed down would be a break of the Friday low, and that's, that's 17 handles from here. So you can be short, but you better be small, and you better understand that you are very, very counter trend. Okay, have a fantastic day. Check us out on Twitter at Princetontrader. Come subscribe to the website. Come and take a free trial to the chat room. We'd love to meet you. Love to have you find out what we're all about and see if we can help your trading. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.